What's up, beautiful people? In today's video we're going to be checking out sex education suspended in Isle of Man school after drag queen tells pupil that there are 73 genders. 73, not 2 anymore, 73. That's wild. Let's get to it.
Saturday, I was totally astonished that there was a demo and a counter demo that took place in Lewisham in South London. Hundreds of people in the street in Lewisham demanding that drag queens should continue to have the right to go into our schools to teach youngsters about their view of life. Now look, we're tolerant about all.
People went on a protest to demand for this. What was the demographic? Are they parents?
All sorts of human beings, but there is a question as to what is appropriate to be taught to 11 and 12-year-olds. Well, on the Isle of Man, this issue has come to a head in quite a big way over the course of the last few days at the Queen Elizabeth II High School in Peel. And a drag queen appeared there and spoke to 11 and 12-year-olds. And it now seems that parents are standing up and saying they are not prepared to put up with this. Let's find out more by going now straight to the Isle of Man. And I'm going to be joined by Matthew Cheetham, who is a parent at the QE2 school, and I'm going to be joined by Eliza Cox, Vice Chair of the Maroon, if I pronounce that correctly, Commissioners, a form of local government on the island. Good evening to both of you. Thank you for coming on the programme. We really want a proper explanation of this, and I'm keen to start, Matthew, with you. You had a child that was put in front of this drag queen. What happened that's offended you?
I think it's the fact that they've gone in without the parents being asked, is it okay? This is what we're teaching. This is on or off the curriculum.
That's a big problem right there. The parents should know.
And then for a child to basically say, look, there's 2 genders, and that's what my mum and dad have told me. And then basically being removed from the class by the teacher as being seen to be as offensive towards the drag queen.
The child says there are 2 genders, and the teacher said, leave my class, because that is offensive to the drag queen. Now, what is the drag queen doing in the student's class at first? Because the child is paying money to be there. You have to know that the child is a client. It's like pushing your client after you've been paid. The child is a client that has paid money to be taught. Anyways.
Which I think everybody agrees is it's not right at all. They're quick to say we offend them, but then when they clearly have offended the adults and the children, it seems they get punished for this. Where we're trying to bring up a level of trust with the children, it's not there.
I mean, that's astonishing. For a child of that age to be thrown out of a class for saying, Mum and Dad have taught me there are 2 genders. And I understand the drag queen taught these children that there are 73 different genders.
I heard there are 152 now. It keeps going up by the day. You know, you guys should keep up, update yourself. You know, you need an app to keep track of all these things.
Which I think at 11 years old must be somewhat confusing. And even, I understand, Matthew, some fairly graphic accounts of skin grafts.
Yeah, so essentially there was the year 7, so 10, 11, 12-year-olds, they're being separated into 3 groups. One was to go to the drag queen. The other was to go with, it was a girl at the time. She's gone into the classroom with 5 boys. She didn't really know them, quite a strange group to put together. And they were basically given a sexual toy, so to speak, and shown how to put a condom on. And then the other team or the other group were then shown on one of the teacher's phones how to take a skin graft from an arm for a girl and then to create a penis with it.
But what's the importance of this, though? Like, why are we teaching kids this? I understand sex education is important, you know, so the kids know about this when they get into the real world. But then, why this much detail? Like, why do we have to bring drag queens? Like, a little too much, guys, you know. Civilization is getting too ahead. Let's backtrack a little bit. You know, I don't know if this is civilization or this is just madness, but let's bring it back just a little bit. Going too fast.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's all a bit much, isn't it? Yes, I have to say, I can understand, Matthew, why you are upset. I really can. Eliza Cox, it seems that Matthew is far from alone and that a lot of parents have objected to what's happening, and there is a current suspension of these activities within the school. Is this something, I mean, you're involved there with local government, is this something that you think the government of the island are going to do something about?
Yes, I do. We have a couple of really fantastic MHKs, is what we call them over here, Minister of House of Keys. And as soon as they heard that this was happening, they stopped it straight away. They wanted to investigate it fully so they know exactly what's going on and what is happening. And they are doing everything in their power to make sure that this doesn't happen again. You know, and kind of like we welcome the report that they're doing at the moment, and we really look forward to seeing it.
Well, it just goes to show, doesn't it, that when parents actually do, and they're not frightened, and they take a principled stand, you know, and they get together, they
Absolutely.
can be effective. But Eliza, let me just ask you, how on earth did this, and I think it is poison, frankly, to expose 10, 11, 12-year-olds to this.
It is.
How did this ever
It's
happen?
even poison to adults, as a matter of fact. I promise you it is. There's research that shows it, that if something you show to a child, you know, when they say plus 18 or 18 plus, even for adults, that thing still corrupts them, but not as much as it would occupy a child's mind. So yeah, it's even poison for adults.
Happened in the first place on a place like the Isle of Man?
I don't know, Nigel. This is what the independent review will find out for us, how this actually happened. You know, there was obviously miscommunication along the line, and the independent review will obviously open that up and let us know what happened.
I don't know what changed in the world. I don't understand what changed. How did we get here, guys? Was I sleeping for the past like 5 years? Because I just woke up and boom, drag queens in schools now. Anyways, I used to know about like them having their own culture and their own like place where you can go visit. If you want to have a good time, you go there, go meet them. But now they are coming to schools to meet our children. A little too interesting. I don't want that kind of fun just yet for the kids. You know, let them grow up and decide what they want. If they want to be hanging out around there, then let them go do their thing, you know, but give them time to grow up, like maybe like 8 more years, or, you know, just give them time. Let them grow up and meet you where you want to interact with them. But don't go meet them in schools. And also the principals, the teachers. How do you even accept these things? I don't understand morality anymore, because now everything I'm saying now, someone is going to come into the comment section and smoke me for being immoral and being a bunch of things that I don't think I really am. But people are going to tell me that I am. So, but I don't really care anyway. I'm still going to say it. Let me know your thoughts on that video. And if you want to smoke me, correct me, or add to anything I've said, feel free to do it in the comment section. That being said, smash that like button after you smoke me. Smash the like button. And also subscribe after you smoke me, because I want to see you on the next video. You know, I still love you. Peace.